All right, this is game review for the week of September 17th, 2018. Let's think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, so yeah, please enjoy. I'm trying to make the series weekly, so hopefully it will be, unless my schedule gets completely fucked up by schoolwork. Otherwise, just assume this series is going to be weekly. All right, and the first one up is Red Dead Redemption 2. We're getting closer. It's about just over a month away now before the game's launch comes out. I am not pre-ordering this game. I'm actually working on pre-ordering a different game, which we'll talk about in a bit. But however, this game is gonna be great. Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll probably play it at some point, obviously. They've been talking about the graphics engine that's coming out. That's coming along with it. The graphics engine is working off a pretty good graphics engine, pretty stable. It's trying to balance fast moving gameplay with the beautiful colors of the environment that's based in, and the humongous or huge map size. So, the graphics, it's kind of like, if the bigger the world gets, the more and more you sacrifice graphics. So it's really up down to that. But so far the graphics looks pretty good. Also, the hunting looks, the entire game looks brilliant. So, keep your fingers crossed for no more delays, because that thing's been delayed forever. Development hell. It's been like over a year, I think, since it's supposed to launch. It's supposed to launch in 2017, and then it got delayed twice, and now it's coming out next month. So, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's gonna be great. Okay, and speaking of maps, oh shit! The entire set just fell over, excuse me. Yep, the setup table just fell over. Luckily, I moved the steering wheel and pedals off of the table earlier, so that did not get broken. So the table's okay. Shit. That should be fine. Now back to the review. So okay, big news on the Forza map front and the rest of the Forza front, I guess, in general, for Forza Horizon 4. So as you all know now, they're gonna have shifting seasons that change from actual season to actual season in real life. And you can, it's done so you can only get certain parts of the map over frozen ice in winter and stuff like that. I'd hope you'd be able to change it once you get into the game, so you can actually do stuff when you want. But whatever, it's kind of cool. Anyway, so they've released the maps, what all those are gonna look like. Also, they've released the car list and a list for a DLC pack that I am very excited for. It is the Best of Bond car pack. Oh yes, James Bond car pack. The car pack will include the 1964 James Bond edition Aston Martin DB5, 1969 James Bond edition Aston Martin DBS. Oh, yes, DBS and DB5. 1974 James Bond edition AMC Hornet and hatchback. Oh, no Mustang Mach 1. Whatever. Yeah, Diamonds Are Forever. Overlooked vehicle from an overlooked movie. Anyway, 1977 James Bond edition Lotus Esprit S1. That was the underwater one for the movie. Silent Hill's been talking to have the capability in the game, but you know what? Whatever. GTA recently spoofed that, so who cares? What else we got? We got the... Holy shit, yes, it made it in here. The Citroen 2CV. I forgot about that. I even reviewed it for my car blog a while ago. The James Bond edition Citroen 2CV from 1981. 1986 James Bond edition Aston Martin V8. Just V8, the Vantage one they built back then. 1999 James Bond BMW Z8. The Z8 is back. Hell yes. 2008 Aston Martin DBS, of course. 2010 edition Jaguar CX-75. Oh yeah, that car. I tried to forget Quantum Fog. Anyway, and then of course the 2015 Aston Martin DB10 is gonna be in this game. The car from Spectre. Also, if you pre-order the deluxe edition like I'm planning on doing, you'll also get the DB11. I think it is. So yeah, some notable cars are missing. Of course, the Ford Mustang Mach 1. If that's gonna be in the game, cool. I've actually not read the full car list because I want to kind of be surprised. I just kind of typed that in and just saw. I typed in Aston Martin pre-order, and I found this because it's part of the pre-order pack. Also, if you pre-order, another reason pre-order, I'm pretty sure, is that you get at least I know for the Xbox One version, not PC version, you get 4 full days. You'll be able to play it. It comes out on the 4th. You'll actually be able to play a full game on the 20th. Oh, sorry, on the 1st. So you'll be able to get 4 days of early access to the full game. Enough for you to beat the game if you're really a diehard fan of the series and want to get to the entire game. I just sit back and enjoy the ride. Oh god, that was a horrible pun. Fucking kill me. No, seriously though. It's gonna be a great game. The car list is gonna be epic. I might do a video on the car list coming up later on, or there might be a little bit of attachment at the end of the video talking about it. Anyway, now on to something that's not quite so great. Yes, and that not quite so great thing is the whole scrapping single player plan for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We get it. Battle Royale is a popular thing right now. In fact, I can't really think of like a time of a full video game genre trend that hit this has hit video games this hard. It was PUBG and Fortnite. Now it's fucking everywhere. But seriously though, why Call of Duty? I get it. Their better story days are behind them. Whatever. Fuck it. It's a fun. It's supposed to be like a fast paced or some fast paced first person shooting game. Cool. Doesn't really need battle royale. There's no reason to do that. And also at the price of of just getting away with entire single player campaign, I just don't really see the point. Honestly, people don't. I guess you're trying to sell well. Recently, Call of Duty's been really fucked up recently. Not sold well. That past year has been immediately like terrible flops. Like everything after Black Ops 2 kind of just went downhill. All lawsuits and stuff like that. So will it work? I don't know. Do I like it? No, I do not. Will I be great in the game? Probably not. Is that the reason why? Maybe. Now on to the virtual reality VR front. Now keep in mind the discussions and thoughts about the upcoming whole stuff about the Oculus Go will not be found here. If I ever do a review on that thing, which is highly unlikely, it will not be in this video. I'm going to talk about some VR games that are not necessarily coming out, but ones that are getting updates or new patches for them. One being Super Hot VR, the really fun VR game that's kind of it's the VR version of the Super Hot game. It's essentially the Matrix type of bullet dodging type of stuff. It's like when you stop moving, time stops moving. It's kind of like first person. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole ton of fun. I played it for the Xbox. I had some experience with the VR version when I was at Stanford this summer because one kid brought like a whole ton of gaming equipment with him because he was there for like a full month. I was on there for a week, but I played a little bit. It was a lot of fun. Another game update is a platform game I never heard of called Moss, which surprisingly was inspired by a book or a book series. Anyway, the environment was. The other reason credited in the description of the game was the whole Redwall book series gave inspiration to this game. It's a really cool platforming looking game. I've never actually played that one. Another one is Rec Room's getting a little bit of an update. But anyway, the one for Super Hot is the main one because it's getting more levels, more like the actual story of because Super Hot. I mean, it had an actual story that ended up being quite dark if you read into it that much. It's more of an actual story is like the console version like the Xbox One and PS4 version has for that game. So that's been kind of cool. VR, is it the way of gaming future? Like in 20 years, everyone will be using VR. I honestly hope not. At least if VR is not this bad. Like full immersion VR might be kind of cool. But this is just it's a fun thing. But I'd rather play on console or PC if I'm playing a game like GTA. I mean, GTA VR would especially with like all the mods and like all the cool stuff GTA has right now, would undoubtedly be fucking awesome. In the same way that Skyrim VR is fucking awesome, but GTA VR would be if you ever want to make an AO game GTA. It's not the hot coffee mod. Go ahead and do that with VR because some of the stuff you can do in that game, some of the blood in that game is just a bit meh. In VR, I mean, it's a fun game. I don't mind the blood in that game at all. Just in VR, I don't know how that would go over with the rating association. Kind of like why there's no little children GTA on the streets, for a very good reason. But anyway, yeah, the VR stuff's coming up. Of course, towards the holiday season, we're gonna see a lot more VR games because whoo, cash cow, and everyone likes VR. Everyone's buying new VR headsets, whatever it is. But seriously, VR. If it's, I don't think it's the future of gaming in total, but honestly, these new updates, especially for Super Hot, look really cool. Like another game that's already been out, it came out very recently. Was the Sony PS4 Spider-Man game. This game is amazing. I got a free trial of the game. I beat the entire game under free trial mode, not a demo, but just a full like free, like I think it's like 5 day free pass for the game. It is brilliant. The mechanics are so similar to the Amazing Spider-Man games. It's uncanny. Except for you do not regenerate health in this game, which is makes it more difficult, but it is still completely enjoyable. Just don't suck. I mean, yeah, just don't suck. It'll be fine. Greatest advice ever right there. Great coaching right there. No, but seriously, it's a great game. The graphics are amazing. I mean, it's made by Sony for Spider-Man. I mean, it's like, what else would you really expect? And it's the character of Peter Parker in this one. You get both a Peter Parker style character and a Spider-Man style character story arc. So you get both sides of the story here. It's absolutely brilliant. Spider-Man games have been really up and down. Amazing Spider-Man was great on consoles, but then the mobile ports for like PS Vita, or maybe it was on PSP, or like the 3DS were just not very good. Speaking of ports, watch what's coming up next to find out about more ports and what they do, why they're bad sometimes, and why sequels can actually be good. Okay, I'm back from one, from a slight location change, and two, I apologize for the worst segue in the world right there. Anyway, ports. Let's talk about ports a little bit here, and especially Doom. The Doom 2016 port to the Nintendo Switch did not go over very well. It was glitchy, buggy as fuck. Controls were shit. Not Nintendo Switch's fault here. Not Nintendo's fault on this one. But now there's a new Doom coming out, Doom Eternal, and it actually has the Switch in mind this time. So the controls will be better off for the Switch. It won't be classified as a port, it'll be classified as a title that was made for the system. Because remember, when the Doom reboot came out in 2016, the Switch was not even available yet. This one is going to be available on the PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And it looks amazing. The graphics are cool. It was even featured very heavily in the new Game Informer magazine, which I actually have right here. Um, which is actually where I've actually decided to look up some of these games already today to do a review about them. But yeah, so this one, it just looks brilliant. Hopefully the controls will, like Nintendo Switch, it's not made. It's like if you tried to put like a full like first person or third person driving game like Forza on the Switch, it would suffer for control schemes. Nothing to do with the lack of the console's graphics or capability to run the game at full potential. Might be able to run it maybe a little bit less than full potential, but my point is that, yeah, the controls, and when they ported Doom over to the Nintendo Switch, the controls are buggy as fuck. The whole game was terribly done for the Switch. But hopefully this will be a lot better as it's being made with the Switch in mind. Because the Switch's existence now, as when the Doom port came out, it was not. So yeah, Doom, just in general, the new Doom Eternal looks really, really good. There's like glowing swords now. It's supposed to be a different feel from the previous Doom games, whether it be the original series or the reboot. But seriously, the entire thing, just so far, what we've seen of it, looks absolutely amazing. And now, of course, I have to talk about Fallout 76. So, what's new about this game? Well, the first obvious answer is multiplayer. And of course, we're gonna have it says, as I said, talking about Game Informer, I can quote the Game Informer here saying, learn how Fallout 76 caters to players looking for both multiplayer and solo experiences. Well, okay, that's cool, yes. But another thing that they have to think about now is that the whole thing about multiplayer, it's gonna be online. Most of it, even solo, I think, is gonna be online now for Fallout 76, and that means, what the hell's gonna happen to the modding community for this game? Now, Bethesda, people who make and publish Fallout games, have actually been talking about. They've not said what they're gonna do about this yet, but they said they're finding a way to work around it, because realize that I mean, it's great whenever the actual creator of the game realizes how important mods are to the strength of the community. I didn't ever play a lot of Fallout. Let's see, I do own a version of Fallout 4 for the PC, which I've played. I played through it. It's a fun game. Not really my thing though, but like I can see why people enjoy it. I also can see why the the community is really important for it. It's like the whole thing about moddable games like that is like, okay, what's the fairness to the main? Even though that sort of pretty vast. Once you finish it, what do you do then? You go back into for games that do have replayable missions. Some of them don't. Go back and replay missions. No. I want to build catapults that launch dildos into the sky. Yeah, stuff like that. There's an example. It's like having some fucking fun with it, modding things to hell. And Fallout's always been one of the games you can do that with. And so they're thinking, as I said, they've not quite said what they're going to do with it yet, but they said that they are looking for ways to make modding possible in this game that's going to have a lot more online capabilities and features because it's the first one to ever actually feature actual multiplayer in a Fallout game. So yeah, I mean, with okay, apart from the fucking Fallout Shelter mobile sharing things, but I'm talking about the actual main canon full series Fallout games. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do here. I hope for the sake of the community and people who do like this game that it does not flop horribly. They have to walk the very delicate line here between doing what's better for a game that's like this, a multiplayer and solo genre, and pleasing every single person that's in the modding community possible. And sometimes they can tip either way towards one or the other, and they'll piss off. I mean, you're never gonna be able to do that without pissing off somebody. Let's just hope that they don't piss off a humongous amount of people with what the decision is going on forwards from this place. And now, of course, I have to talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm a really big fan of Super Smash Bros. Series. I've played all the games. I do not have a Nintendo Switch, so I won't be able to own a copy of Ultimate when it comes out, sadly. And nor does it look like I'll actually be getting a Nintendo Switch in anytime in the future. However, I do have a few friends who actually do have a Switch, and I know they're getting it, so I might have a chance to actually play the game. So far, the game looks like Super Smash Bros. It's got better, of course, it's got better graphics. It's a new system, because it's a 1 system rule for Smash Bros. Normally. The graphics aren't the greatest things I've ever seen. However, they're not the worst. They're pretty good for Nintendo Switch graphics. I mean, graphics in a game like this, graphics don't matter. It's just fun, fast gameplay. It's a party game. It's just about having fun. It's a fun brawl game. It's awesome. And like Super Smash Bros. Has always been a favorite of mine because it's just giving me sit down with a bunch of friends and you fucking relax. And Nintendo's always been great at that, developing it like Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. There are some games where graphics are important. In some like like racing games, you want to have like the cars pixel perfect, everything in the right location, everything where they should be. But then there's just some fun games you can chill out. It's all about the gameplay. And that's what Smash Bros. Really is to a lot of the players. All the new characters are added, the Snake's back, stuff like that. They're all the thing looks great. Some of these stages look really cool. It's been 4 years since we had a proper not including modded versions that people have come up with, but proper like Smash game, and it's gonna be really awesome to see this come out. And finally, there was a lot of hype surrounding the I guess the only trailer really had at E3, which just shows how much people like this game because it didn't really show off a lot when it first was announced. Yet it got people in the gaming community going crazy, and I can absolutely see why. I mean, it's Smash Bros. And it's a fun game. Let's hope that they don't fall in the horrible pit of microtransactions. I'm looking at you, Smash Bros. 4. Bad Smash Bros. Bad. No, seriously though. This should be a really fun game, and hopefully I'll get a chance to play it. Maybe sometime soon. Maybe I'll end up, maybe if not soon, maybe at some point I'll end up on Nintendo Switch so I can actually play it myself. Or I'll find a fucking knockoff, not really knockoff, but a ported PC version that someone's made. Anyway, yeah, this should be pretty cool. And honestly, if they can keep what they've got from 4 going well enough, I mean, it's already got a strong community. Even especially another thing that made 4 really cool, really popular, I guess, was the whole competitive community. Smash Bros. Is a huge competitive tournament community as well as its casual players, so it appeals to a lot of different people, and it just should be a lot of fun. Smash Ultimate, and it just is looking fun. Here's another thing about the Smash Bros. I know it's not happening, but seriously, another cool character to add probably would be Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes. I mean, he was originally a Nintendo Wii character for a fucking violent as fuck game, but seriously an awesome game. And I know it's about Ubisoft and Rising Star, but technically speaking, by all rights, he is a Nintendo character. I mean, he's a Nintendo character in the same way that Solid Snake is a Nintendo character, and Sonic is a Nintendo character. They've had appearances on Nintendo systems before. That is what I mean. But seriously though, like, he's an awesome character with a badass weapon, and so why not give us at least some DLC for Smash Bros? Huh? So if you guys have not played No More Heroes, I definitely recommend you go get it. It was at least the original version. The sequels are pretty good as well, but the original version, hack and slash, on the Wii, lots of blood. Oh yeah, so here's my kind of a fuck you Xbox One achievement of the week is the totally meant to do that and totally meant to do that too achievements from Forza Horizon 3. Seems kind of appropriate to bring those up right now as Forza Horizon 4 is coming out pretty soon. Anyway, the achievements, and the reason my fuck you achievement of the week is that the first one, so I meant to do that, requires you to just do a barrel roll in a buggy, since the easy way to do it is go up a ramp and have 2 wheels off, 2 wheels on, do a flip and then land it, or then classes as a barrel roll anyway. But the reason that the totally meant to do that one too, here's a fuck you achievement, is because the most recent update to the game that they've been adding to patch up some of the issues they've been having, actually more recently for no apparent reason, is it only works in one spot in the map now, and you have to do it in a DLC car. And the DLC car's already been the point. It was a Toyota Hilux Arctic thing, which you've always had to do. But that's the only DLC car for us now. So you have to do it only DLC only. And so it only works in a single spot on the Blizzard Mountain map, on a single rock at a single angle. I managed to get this by accident. Wondered why a bunch of people were confused at how the fuck I actually got it. Looked at how difficult it was to get it. I'm just glad I got it. I mean, holy shit. I got it by rolling down a mountain. It's like the mountain on the very back slope of the thing, but now it's glitched, and so you can only get in that one certain spot. Good luck trying to get that. One of my friends at Stanford were just talking about this. We messaged him on Discord. He got him to try it. It took him 2.5 hours to get it, and it took his friend 3. So, good luck trying to get that, I guess. Anyway, now my fuck you Xbox 360 achievement of the week is the do you have the time to listen to me whine achievement from Green Day Rock Band. This thing is a bitch. The game is fun, but this achievement, holy fucking shit. So, I didn't even know this achievement existed. Most people, it's called a Phantom achievement for a reason. They took it off the official game because this is back in the day they actually used to remove achievements if people didn't get them instead of like glorifying them like they do now. Seriously, this thing was really annoying to get. So annoying that if you have it attached to your gamer card, you're very, very lucky, and congrats and great job on what you did. It was to perfectly, without any stops or pauses, complete every single song in the game on every single difficulty, including all the DLC and shit like that. It was fucking ridiculous. If you stopped once, you lost the achievement, and it took. I think the fastest completion was like. I'm thinking about a lot of songs, and I think it was like 8.5 hours. And it was just tiring to tire your fingers out because you had to use the actual instruments for this game. And this is the Xbox 360 version, because the Wii version might have achievements in order to have such a hard difficulty scale. And the curve in that game, the difficulty curve from easy difficulty to hardest difficulty is a pain in the ass. So if you have the do you have the time to listen to me whine achievement for that game, I salute you. Anyway, on to more fun stuff. And last but not least, I'm here to talk about a Square Enix title that's not Just Cause 4 for once. Nor is it some futuristic bullshit Final Fantasy nonsense I go fuck about. This game, how do I put this? Fuck it up, Enix, and you will have a fucking bloodbath and revolution in your hands. This is, well, hopefully will be Life is Strange 2. Now, obviously, unless they did a thing where your game choices carry over from the first Life is Strange game, not the Before the Storm game, but the first one in the actual series, the first game called Life is Strange, you cannot have Chloe and or Max in this game. So it's 2 new characters, 2 boys who are runaway boys who may have accidentally killed somebody, and now their father's dead. So it's hopefully going to be a really good game. The first one, Life is Strange. If you found the third ending, if you managed to glitch it to get the ending where, I mean, they coded it in as a glitch, but it's still there. You can get both Chloe and Max to survive Chloe and Max survive also the entire town, so no one has to die. The really happy ending. Fucking hell yeah, that was an awesome ending. This game, there's no way to. That's kind of why they can't pick up on the last game and continue it here. But Life is Strange was such a cool game. It was such a cool little neat idea for it too. And so was the Before the Storm one. I mean, this thing has already had a pre-episode. It's gonna be hopefully good if they don't fuck it up. It's released episodically, of course, like the first game, kind of technically was. But yeah, it was a fun game. The first game. Just hope they don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. I'd like this to be a good game. I really would. Hopefully that'll be good. All right, that's it. Signing off for now. All right, here's something quite interesting. I just went back a few minutes ago and looked up the whole Travis touchdown thing I was talking about. First Smash Bros. Ultimate There's quite a bit of support about that, with the reasoning being Bayonetta's an M-rated character who is, if possible, more violent than he is. Why not him? I mean, there's actually a huge amount of support for that to happen. Fucking make it happen, Nintendo. Travis touchdown, Smash Ball Ultimate, go.